Now a fishing legend in his own mind, Rick Jordan.
Good morning. Hey, that's a nice song you play there. Mm-hmm. Meet me at the fishing hole.
Right.
Because in the wintertime, we do make a hole.
You make a whole lot of holes usually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right across the drop-off and down into the deeps.
Okay.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to a new year on the
That's
Frenzy.
Right.
Wow. Okay, 9:15 or so. Mm-hmm. Let me look closely.
It is 9:15.
9:15.
10 seconds.
Be darned. Russ Francisco, top of the morning to you.
How are you?
Pretty good. I got a call from a friend this morning. We were talking about fishing hole, like he was on the song. He was in his shack, and he had a hole over there and a hole over there, and some snowmobiles came over and ran over the holes, breaking off some of his equipment and stuff. And he just wanted me and you to help remind people, be nice out there.
Yeah, pay attention. Yeah, I don't know why anybody would do that. You know, I'm just, I don't know. Many years ago, one of my friends was in Michigan, and a guy ran over his tip-ups and stuff, and so he came out of his tent and screamed at the guy, and the guy came back and ran him over the snowmobile, broke his legs, and went to jail.
Wow.
That's the story. Yeah.
Upper Michigan.
Sometimes people are crazy.
Ice rage.
Ice rage. Wow. That's a little much. How are we doing on ice fishing? Are we catching?
Oh, yeah. Catching is pretty good. You know, it's funny because on smaller lakes where there's not a lot of people fishing is just wonderful. And then you get on these big lakes and people say fishing was a little bit flat. Well, there's 2,000 people drilling holes into the ice.
Yeah.
And that's not an exaggeration on Red Lake, you know. And so when everybody started going, fishing got a little bit slower, but it'll pick up again as the big rush stops and people, you know, continue to move on into the regular winter. But it'll be pretty good right now. We got good ice. We have wonderful ice, so we'll be in great shape.
I'm smiling here because you talk about 2,000 people drilling a hole. Not that long ago, honestly. A lot of people had to chip them out with a spear. Remember that?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oof.
Absolutely. Remember when I was a kid, we'd go up to Island Lake with a chisel and a hatchet. You know?
Yes,
that's all we had. You know,
and if it was, we'd lose them too.
Oh yeah, we had a spoon auger. Then we got a spoon auger from a guy, and he just got it sharpened at Rocky Tellers. He told me so. He went to Rockies and got it sharpened, and we had a spoon auger, and that was pretty good for a day or two. And then that got dull again, and then nowadays it's just amazing what we have.
Where was Rocky Teller's shop?
It was on First Street, if I remember right. It's a long time ago. I was just a kid. I can't remember exactly, but I still have some spools of fishing line, monofilament fishing line. That was sort of new back then, right? Monoline.
Yeah.
And the dealers would, at that time, long before I was in business, but the dealers would buy monofilament, and then they would have a sticker with the store name on it. So I've got a spool that says Rocky Teller's monofilament. So.
Why do I smile?
This guy in his day.
I smile every time I hear the name Rocky Teller, and I can't remember why.
Well, he was cool.
Okay.
You know, he was a good guy. He used to be on TV a little bit before Jimmy Cutin went on TV. You know, so but yeah, he was a good guy, and he was he was the original Sportsman store, really. You know, then when I went in business, there were seven stores downtown.
Yeah.
Jim Cutin was still in business at the time, and there was 8 other stores that were in town. And of all those stores, I'm the only guy still standing because everybody died or sold out or something. You know, little by little things.
Or had their property taken by the highway department.
Yeah, that's what happened to Jim.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It was so much fun to stop in there. Even if you're not buying anything, you could always learn just by listening to the various characters that would stop in.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. You know, they're still characters too. The ones that are still able to fish and stuff are still characters. They stop in the store. It's a laugh a minute. Good people.
Yes, it is fun. That goes also in the summertime too, when it's not freezing cold. Like, well, we had 3 degrees right now, something like that. That's some chilly weather.
It is. It's funny though. It's not as cold as it was the other day when it was 20. We had that huge wind.
Oh.
I've noticed this morning I'm out in the same clothes and I'm thinking I'm not cold today. You know, I'm okay. You know, because there's not much wind, so it's nice.
Yeah, we're getting used to it.
Well, maybe a little bit, but it's nice and crisp and clear. It's nice weather today.
So if we're going fishing, What kind of depths do you think we are interested in?
Well, it's interesting because we don't have any snow on the lake, so we have lots of light, and weeds are already growing on the bottom a little bit, So some people are fishing in 30 feet, some people are fishing in 13, and there's fish seem to be everywhere. They seem to be fairly aggressive, and again on the lakes where there's not a lot of people, fishing is really good, and where there's lots of people, it got a little slow. But that'll improve. Like I say, as people, that big first mass of people are always huge, and as it sort of cools down and people get crank downs in some of these big lakes, and they're just driving out to the crank downs, and there's not thousands of people driving four-wheelers and stuff. It'll get better again.
My son and I were fishing, it was late football season, the Vikings. We listened to them on the radio, so whatever that was, early November, I expect. We caught fish in Area X. Should we go back there on the ice and fish that Area X again?
If it had weed cover and and there were rock piles, sure, absolutely. Any place minnows can hide. That's what we're doing. And the fish are a little more aggressive than they would be normally, because when it gets real dark and stuff, the fish just sort of go in the doldrums. But it's bright, and there's good light, and that gives fish energy. So, and of course the water's still cold, but still that sun coming through gives fish energy just like people. So, the fish are aggressive. So I think I would go to the same spots and then work around. I mean, they might be 25 feet away. They didn't go far.
Interesting. Getting an idea here. Some good deals at Marine General Supply.
Well, the manufacturers are pushing hard, so they've given us lots of deals. So if you want to buy a auger right now, a 24-volt Strike Masters and a 6-inch blade, they're $269. I laugh because things are so inexpensive compared to where they were a few years ago. And so you can get the 8-inch drill for $299. We got a bunch of the light flights you can put like on a Milwaukee drill. They're normally $250. You buy those for $150 right now. Fred's got all the hats, boots, gloves, mitts, floating suits, boots. They're all 30% off, and that's what we always do in January. But some of these deals the manufacturers are giving us are tremendous. So if you want to save money on augers right now, rod and reel combos, things like that, this is the time to do it, because they want to empty the warehouses out. They haven't had a year like this in almost 3, so they're going to take advantage of it.
Hours at Marine General?
9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, 9 to 3 on Sunday. MarineGeneral.com all the time. If you have any questions or outside the area, call 800-777-8557. We ship every day.
Thank you, sir. 922 on KDAL.
You're listening to The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
I sense Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah, Winter's Day. Well, it's not a deep and dark December, but close enough.
Very bright January.
Yes, it is.
And what's the temp?
2 above at the airport, 7 downtown, 6 in Superior, a wind chill of 16 below. So there you go. Dress up and you'll be fine.
Right. Well, we'll see. Maybe there's some hunting gear you can find at a pretty good price from Superior Shooter Supply. And Pat Kukl, good morning.
Good morning to you. I just, it's layer up. That's all we can say.
Yeah, it's a new year, a new way to layer up. Uh-oh.
Time of reflection, is it not?
Yeah.
Of what you should have done during hunting season, what you're going to do next year. As I discussed before, in Wisconsin, the numbers were up 5 to 8%, which is always a good sign. I always go, what should I do, what shouldn't I have done? But that's okay. Anticipation is all part of it, isn't it? So
it's called hunting, not harvesting.
This is true, and not killing, for sure. So it's always fun to get ready. It's a good time of the year to get your guns cleaned, perhaps. That.
That's the unfun part of hunting, I think.
No, a lot of people enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy it, bring them into the store, and we'll certainly do that task for you. We break them all down and make sure that they're functioning and everything is good. So, we can do that for you. Kind of assess the ammunition situation. I would love to say there's better news on that front, but Winchester announced increases 5 to 10%, as did Vista, which is federal. We do have some relief in some of the ammunition manufacturers, such as MagTech and S&B, imported ones. And if you can buy, we do, of course, offer discounts on the more you buy, we will discount it. So, and if you want to feel like jumping into that reloading end of it, well, we can help you with that too. Bear in mind, things aren't as far as product for reloading, which is why we don't have enough. Some of the ammunition prices are higher. Is everybody is looking for the same base products to manufacture, and that includes everybody. So, as you know, we have things going on the war front. So, but hey, it's we had a good year, and we can look forward to certain things like sport shows.
Oh, well, when's your first one?
Well, ours is a ways away yet, granted. The Douglas County Fishing Game last weekend in March at its usual location at Westman. So that's where we will be having our, over here. I know at the deck, honestly, I didn't look. I probably should have. Yeah. I was having some coffee.
I remember many years ago when you and I first started chatting, I was surprised to hear that a lot of our gunpowder ammunition was made in Europe. Did I get that right?
A lot of it is. A lot of our base product comes from there.
Okay.
And unfortunately, some of this, the base materials are from China. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We can't seem to. We do a lot of importation, and more so than the loaded ammo. It's what it takes to make the ammo. Everybody's looking for everything. Everybody's looking for the copper, and everybody's looking for the primer materials. So that's really the biggest problem. Will this, is there an end to it? Certainly, but it's not. It's probably not going to be this year. Maybe a year, we can't forecast, if I could forecast everything, of course, I'd be living on an island. But it's realistic. And just be prepared, to, some people I don't want to say it doesn't bother as much, but people that shoot competitively, where they're going through a lot of ammunition, they're not going through 10 rounds, they're going through 1,000 rounds.
And they got to have the same thing every time they pull the trigger. The same, everything's got to be right.
Right. So there's that. But we'll get through it.
As an aside, I remember talking to my grandpa when I was, early teenager, just learning to shoot, and he was reminiscing about World War II, and they had to make their own powder.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of that. Where people, I've heard some people trying to make their own primers, but I won't go down that road.
Yeah, I think he made stories up just to impress me.
Well, you never know.
You got some good deals going on?
Well, we're just regrouping here in January, and we're seeing what we can put on sale, which is, and we have some clothing left over, a fair amount of clothing that we have marked down. We're constantly, our gun inventory remains solid and good, and with, a whole range of firearms, used or new, so that's always remained strong. The ammo that'll start coming in, although we're not having big issues getting ammo. We're just shopping around like everybody does so we can give our customers the best deal.
Yep.
Is there an expiration date on ammunition, by the way?
Not really.
Okay. I found a box of shells down in the basement that are probably from the 70s. But,
really?
Yeah.
The 7, if there's no huge temperature.
Yeah, they're the 22 long rifle.
Yeah. You're fine.
Good. I don't have a gun to shoot them with, but still.
Yeah, they last an amazingly long time.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, Dave,
as long as they're,
with your name and notoriety, that could become a prime thing to sell. Pat, you could put that on this. Dave Strandberg.
I gave them to my son,
long.
so.
Oh.
Oh, Nevada, Dave. I like that's good stuff.
Yeah, right.
What else you got down in that basement, Dave?
You wouldn't want to know.
All right. What are your hours, Pat Kukl?
9 to 6, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 on Saturday. We're on the corner of Ogden and Winter.
Lots of parking.
Lots of parking, you bet.
Thank you very much, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you also. Thank you.
9:30. Got to take a break. We'll be right back.
Need a tow? Call Mo at NASCAR Towing, 591-0020. Call Mo to tow cars, trucks, SUVs, and motorcycles. Call Mo at 591-0020. The guys at NASCAR Towing do jump starts, lockouts, tire changes, fuel deliveries. If it fits, they'll haul it. Need a tow? Call Mo, 591-0020. NASCAR Towing, 591-0020. 591-0020. You need a tow? Call Mo.
The Golden Gophers.
It's a field rush at Huntington Bank Stadium.
The Hokies.
The sprint is on. There's the axe.
It's the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Live from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina on Friday, January 3rd.
Intercepted in the end zone.
Bowl coverage starts at 4:30 on your home for Minnesota football.
You're listening to The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
Just imagine me and you.
Yes.
Imagine me and you. I do.
Okay. Well, actually, it's me and Dave Threnberg and Johnny Charlstrom. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
Well, we've got some ice out there, I'll tell you. In fact, we could go skating out to our shacks.
Oh, I bet. Bet you got about 18 inches now.
That much?
16, 18, probably.
Woo.
It keeps on building.
At what point would you, John Charlstrom, feel confident to drive your, what do you got, Cadillac out on the ice?
Yeah, probably. Well, it depends on which ice, but
yeah.
I'm never the first one, but as soon as you look out there and you see about 10 vehicles, and it's like, they're making it.
Yep. Never make your own tracks. Follow somebody, and if it ends in a big puddle, turn around quick.
Yeah, if it stops at a hole, you went too far.
Yeah.
You know.
I had the unfortunate situation some years ago while I was a young, aggressive newsman to help them retrieve some people that fell through, and it was very, very, very hard. And they thought they had enough ice. I think it was about 8 inches on a lake down by Mankato, and they didn't make it. It was tough.
Yeah, no, eight's not enough, and I'm glad we have about twice that much now.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
should be pretty good.
How are your customers doing? Are they coming back happy?
Yeah, I'm seeing lots of Facebook pictures of crappies. I know guys are going out there, and I get good crappie reports from Fish Lake, Island Lake. Some guys are even getting some nice crappies on Rice Lake, along with some walleyes and northerns also.
How are they getting crappies out of Island Lake? We've been working on those all year in the summer.
You'll have to ask Steve Kopish. He's the guy in the know on the crappies. He's been coming in. He's got a place on the lake, and I don't know exactly where, but they're out there. You just gotta find them.
Yeah, wow, good for him. Well, it's tough, but once you find them, do they seem to stay there for days and days?
Yeah, they kind of have the same areas where they show up in the summer and where they show up in the winter, and you just gotta know from other seasons where to start looking, and usually you get out there at the right time, and put down the sonar, and there they are. Go after them.
You have sonar? What do you use?
A Vexilar.
Yeah. But the Vexilar seems to be standard with the industry for anglers in the winter. Summertime, it's, I don't know what, Several different things.
Yeah, everything in the summer. Yeah, I got the Garmin system on the boat that I use in the summer, but yeah, terrestrial Vexilar, we've been using them for about the last 20 years on the ice.
Yeah, we've on the boat with the at the driver's helm. There's Vexilar, and then up front the blue one, whatever that one's called, I forget. Very old.
Yeah.
What is that? Oh, my son's yelling at me, but I can't hear him.
Yeah, I can see it. I just can't think of it right now.
Yeah, we've got 3 transducers on there, and I don't know which one operates what. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we catch fish anyway.
Yeah.
All right, and we're using minnows for your crappies.
Minnows for crappies and walleyes. Crappie minnows, chub minnows are working good. A lot of people targeting the walleyes with tip-ups and dead sticks are putting some of the bigger shiners down, and a lot of guys that are playing right with the pike. Light northern sucker minnows are about the best thing you can put out for those guys.
Good size?
Yeah, we got a nice run of light northern. They're not the giant ones, and they're not the puny guys either. They're just kind of perfect little.
They're just right.
3.5 inches. Yep.
All right, more than just minnows at Charleston's. Tell us about the archery.
Archery's been with the leagues going in the evenings. A lot of people coming through in the evenings, shooting their scores, and we still have a few people that we're hoping for bows for Christmas that are coming in with some gift certificates and walking out with some of the new Matthews has a model they call the Lift right now, the Lift X, and it's been going pretty good for us.
Huh. Awesome. Well, people can stop by and try that out, or maybe find a new sport for the wintertime, right?
Yeah, if it's too cold to do stuff outside, we got the heat on in archery, and you can come back and shoot some bows.
What are your hours?
Archery range opens up 9 in the morning, closes at 8. Bait shop opens up at 6 in the morning, closes at 8, and we close them both down an hour early on Sundays at 7. And yep, that's the times.
And you're not necessarily, if you're a rookie, you've got folks there that can help us kind of walk through stuff.
We specialize in rookies. If you've never done it before, don't be intimidated. Come on in, and we'll get you out on the range and shooting the new equipment. It's easier than those old stick bows you shot at Camp Miller.
Johnny, thank you very much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Take care.
We'll be right back.
I'm Tim Lesmeister, and this is from the pages of the Outdoor News, brought to you by OnX Hunt. A friend of mine read an article in an Outdoor News edition not too long ago and decided to take what he learned and incorporate it into his coyote hunting. It's made him quite successful. I'll tell you what it is, but first.
Ice fishing is here, and it's time to hit the frozen water with the onX Fish app. Use the Fish app to find new places to fish and sort lakes by species, abundance, trophy, and keeper potentials. onX Fish also shows you hotspots, lake-by-lake regulations, and private and public land ownership information. For a limited time, download onX Fish for free in Minnesota and Wisconsin, or head to onxmaps.com/fish to get more information on the app that's changing the game on ice.
Not that long ago in an Outdoor News edition, there was an article about the animals that were attacking turkey decoys. That is correct. These were bobcats. These were fishers. There's a lot of animals that come out of the woodwork to attack turkey decoys during the turkey season. A friend of mine said, wow, I should try that out. He sits in the woods and he calls for coyotes using distressed rabbits, fawn bleats, all kinds of animals that might be in trouble kinds of calls. And he never thought about just doing a gobble gobble or a cluck cluck. And he put out some turkey decoys and he started doing some turkey calls. And sure enough, the coyotes came out to attack the turkey decoys. Now, he says that it works better if you have more than one decoy. He says if you put out a few hens and maybe one tom, you're going to find those coyotes come out, and they move fast. They hit those decoys hard, and you got to be ready to shoot right when they jump on top, that pseudo bird. This is from the pages of the Outdoor News.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
You're on, Rick.
Oh, great. You want me to back intro this song?
Three Dog Night and Shambhala.
That's it. That was what I was going to say.
Okay, good.
Shambhala. Is it really Shambhala?
Yeah, Shambhala.
I, in my whole life as a broadcaster, never played a Three Dog Night.
Oh, you have to.
No.
Joy to the World, you didn't play that one?
No.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog?
I might have played Bullfrog.
Yeah, that's Joy to the World.
But my deal, hang on, Dave Miller, we're busy here.
Yeah, right.
Well, when I started in radio, I spun records.
Yeah.
But they said, don't talk.
Oh, really?
Well, I didn't know how to talk.
Oh, I see.
But then when I learned how to do radio, I was put into news.
Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to do much.
Play much. Yeah, you weren't jockeying at the time.
No.
You were newsing.
Hardly did any music here. All talk and sports and talking to Dave Miller. Good morning, Mr. Miller.
Oh, good morning. Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Dave. And good morning, everybody out there. And hope you're all staying warm.
Oh, yeah. But I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I've been in town since 1979, and Northwest Outlet ads on TV seem to be done by the same fella. And Saranda and I were trying to figure out what's his name and how does he talk that fast?
Pacella.
Oh, Pat Pacella, that's right.
Pat Pacella?
I couldn't think of his name for the life of me, but yeah.
That's Pat Pacella?
Yeah.
The voice.
Yeah.
Yep, Pat can do it. I'll tell you, it's like sometimes on those spots too. It's like, Pat, don't you dare take a breath. You don't have time.
Pat Pacella.
Yeah.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
Little fire pluggy fella.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't get to see him very often because it just goes from John Rich does our media partners kind of stuff, and he gets the script, sends them to Pat. Pat does the voice, and then it goes to the TV station, and they do the spot, and bingo, it's there.
Okay.
Works good.
Very professional. Well,
yep.
Happy New Year to Pat Pacella, too, then. I have not seen him for decades.
Yeah. Like I say, I don't get to see him. I get to see him like at the start of the half marathon for grandmas when I was riding motorcycles for that and stuff. But he's a good guy. He's a great guy for the voice. And,
came close to hiring him one time.
Okay. and it's chilly out there.
Yes, it is. You got anything warm that we can use?
We do. Yeah, we do. We got a whole bunch of clearance stuff going on in Columbia North Base. We got all kinds of stuff. Getting a little lean here and there, but most of the sizes. And I on New Year's Eve, Mary and I put our ice spikes on and went out and walked halfway around the lake on the glare ice. It was just gorgeous out there. And then I had a young couple come in the store last night, and they were hiking on the Superior Hiking Trail, and they were looking for ice cleats to put on their boots, and we got them set up and going. But it's like it's hard to go out and walk the dog right now and find a spot where you're not going to fall on your butt if you're lucky.
Yeah, I got a set of ice spikes for my boots, but I also have some boots I got from. Tortoise and Hare. They're spiked already, and wow, are they good on ice?
Yeah. I forget what they call them, but they're good folks over there. Yeah, right. Good folks over there.
Yep.
So it's like and like when we went out on the ice walk and put those picks of life on, and I always carry a little pack with rope and different stuff in it in case you need it, when you're out there. But we were walking along the shoreline, and it was really kind of cool because where the ice was clear, you could see down to the bottom.
Oh, isn't that fun?
So clear. Yeah. And not any action out there at all. I mean, it was just super quiet, but pretty nice. And the ice was booming a little bit, and that's always fun. It's a little spooky, but it's good.
It is. We live on a small lake, and I can actually be in the living room and hear the booms.
Oh yeah, yep. But when it comes down to cold weather, it's for us it's long underwear. Mm-hmm. It's the bibs, and we got ski bibs, we got snowmobile bibs, we got work bibs, Carhartt and Ariat work bibs. We got all of the Columbia and North Face ski pants and the jackets and stuff, and the medium layer stuff to wear underneath. And so much of it right now has got the green tags on it too, so it's on clearance and time to get it gone. But the warm boots, the smart wool socks, we still got a great selection of those. A good selection of all the mitts and gloves and choppers and things like that. So it's every day for us it's outfitting people to get out and get going. We got a lot of people are kind of armchair planning their Boundary Waters trips and their camping trips, so it's getting all the gear ready for that, and it's just been busy.
Good for you. What are your hours then?
Well, we're open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday 9 to 5:30. We're closed on Sundays. We got parking right next to the door, so you can get in nice and close. And folks, get outside, have fun, get those kids out, get them tuckered out. Don't worry about the ticks too much, and have a great weekend, everybody.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much. See you later. Say hi to Pat Pacella for me. Well, I was. We got to get going here. I'll save this for later. I thought I had something very witty, but.
We'll have more of that coming up here in just a minute on KDAL.
The Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
I have Fido. Her name is Rainy. Rainy 2.
Rainy 2.
Our second Rainy. Name for the lake, of course.
When you call Rainy, does you have to put in Rainy 2?
No. Okay. She just answers to
Rainy?
Yeah, okay. Or anything. Opening a can of pizza.
There you go. Sure.
But she's got really weird things that are breaking out on her skin. Mostly around her head.
All right.
We just call them garbuncles for lack of a name, but it's just a terrible looking thing.
Did you get her to the vet?
Yeah, isn't that awful?
Oh, not much you can do.
Oh, she did. The vet did say that they could remove the one over her head.
Yeah.
For $4,000.
I see what you mean. Oh, okay.
So we're just going to enjoy our dog that's got a red thing on her head. Matt King, top of the morning.
How are we doing today?
Pretty darn good. I haven't been out fishing yet, but this is the time, eh?
Oh, boy, we've had, this is the best winter we've had in a number of years.
Yeah, beautiful ice.
No snow on the ice now, so you got to make sure you got cleats on, but it's setting up really good, and we got this little cold snap here that's going to, build a little bit more ice, and we're looking really good, and then we can handle some snow, after that.
Have you gone skating on the natural ice on a lake this year yet?
No, I have not. If you had people out there and it got slushy, it's not very smooth.
Right.
But if there was nobody out there when it settled back down, then it was nice. I got out fishing last week a little bit there up in that Jesse Lake area, and it was a little slow for walleyes, but then we ended up finding some crappies and some bluegills and some northerns, and it was pretty good.
Lots of ice, obviously.
Yeah, the lowest I saw was like 7 inches on the lakes that froze real late, but all the way up to 14.
Wow.
So, good ice, nice and clear, and all that slush that was on there refroze, so that kind of added some more ice too. So, we're looking good. People are getting out. We've been selling lots of bait and tackle and ice houses and graphs and augers and all of it. So, it's a good, people are happy that they get to go ice fishing this year.
Well, I don't want to turn this into hockey talk like the old days, but I will say that On Secret Lake in our backyard, we had a beautiful freeze. Calm night. The ice was maybe an inch thick. Beautiful. And it stayed. Unfortunately, there was some wind that broke it up a little bit, causing humps and heaves, and then it snowed. That came around, and then the snow was blown around by wind. So, to be very honest, our ice is awful.
Yeah, it's a little rough.
Yeah.
But, it's fine for ice fishing. So, like I said, we're going through cleats about as fast as I can get them in. I think I'm on my third order of cleats here now, just trying to stay on top of it, and hopefully our suppliers don't run out, because when you got years like this with no snow on there, the ice is slippery. And I can't tell you how many people have told me, I know I got some somewhere in my house, in my garage, but I can't find them, so I got to buy some new ones. And it's been a good year, and it's nice to see people in the store in the winter this time of the year and buying bait and having a good time out with all the lakes that we have in the area.
Kind of pull it. You can put your gear in a toboggan and pull that, and in your left and right arm, you could use a couple of ski poles for steadying.
Well, that would be absolutely, you could do that for sure. The other day when we were out there, my cousin wanted to move his four-wheeler a little bit, positioned a little different around his hole there so he could sit on the four-wheeler and jig. He just pushed it because it just slid across the ice. It's slippery, but it is easy to pull a sled or whatever if you got cleats, and like you say, poles would work good too. Yep. The ice is setting up really good, and I think after this next section here, you get up north around Red Lake and Lake of the Woods and stuff. They're pulling wheelhouses out, and I think you're going to start to see more of that around here as we get, right now we're making ice 24/7, so it's looking good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, and good fishing. It's fun.
And the choice for baits, crappies, walleyes, perhaps.
Yeah, we're going through a lot of pike minnows, a lot of crappies and chubs, and a lot of wax worms. We're lots of wax worms and spikes for the sunfish and for the bluegills and for the crappies. That's been really, you kind of got two folks. You got your ones going after walleyes, or three, I should say. There's going after walleyes, you got your group going after panfish, and you got your group that likes to, whether it be spearing northerns, tip-ups for northerns, or whatever. You kind of got those groups. There's quite a few people that go after those northern pike, too.
Mm-hmm. I've never speared. Well, I started spearing once on Pokegama Lake up in Rapids. Lost the spear, so it's probably still standing straight up 40 years later.
Yeah, that's a clear lake, too.
It is.
You see a long ways down in that one.
Yep. And I think where I was trying to spear, this first time I tried it, and the last time, it was probably 25 feet deep, so there it stands, proud. And
we got some locally handcrafted spearing decoys that a local guy made for us that we're selling at the store. He does a nice job.
That's artwork.
It's great.
I saw a couple of those when I was up at your place a while back, and they look great. They are art. They are.
Yeah, he does a really good job. He's been doing it for years, and they're just the detail to them is tremendous. And you can. He lets you. He makes sure that they run okay, but then you can bend the fins and stuff to get them to do whatever you want to do. And it's a nice. They're very nice.
Mm-hmm. You got a cold, huh?
I do. I yesterday started getting a little bit of a cold. Not sure, where it came from or whatever, but it is what it is, and it's that time of the year, so we just we move on.
One final comment, and you could jump in here too. Earlier today, we I had a call out from a guy who had a fish house on a small house, portable house on Fish Lake, and he had a hole over there and a hole over there and some stuff in it. Snowmobilers came by way too fast, caused some damage to his equipment. I like snowmobiling myself, so I say this, please respect the people that are already out there in the ice houses. Stay away from the ice houses.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of room on those lakes to stay away from the ice houses, and you got a lot of room out there. So, yeah, exactly. Stay away from them. You never know either if somebody's going to come walking out of their house and you come flying by quick, and we don't need any accidents. But yeah, it's unfortunate that happens, and sometimes hopefully people learn from their mistakes, and next time they'll stay away a little bit and not ruin other people's equipment that they pay a lot of money for.
Yeah, be kind. All right, in closing, some good deals at Fisherman's Corner.
Well, I'll tell you what, ice houses are 15% off, augers 15% off, rods and reels are 20% off. We got boots at 40% and winter clothing and stuff at 30%. So, I mean, the deals are there, and we got a lot of inventory yet, so come on up and check it out. And, boy, we got a lot of different jigs and baits and stuff like that for you to get out on the ice and enjoy it.
Go across the street to the store. Get some cough medicine.
Yeah, I've been taking some vitamins, and hopefully it doesn't progress any worse than it already is.
You're young. Thank you. See you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
See you, Matt. Matt King at Fisherman's Corner. It's funny. Normally he's a spunky rascal, but today...
Well, yeah, cold can do you in. No doubt.
And they keep coming on.
I know. It is the season, obviously, so stay away from everybody else, I guess. That's the key.
Well, my clock says about a minute and a half.
Yeah. So, anything else you want to say?
No. No.
Then we'll wrap things up. Stick around. Bruce Siskey follows news here on KDAL.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Oh,
everybody.
Absolutely.
There we go.